Jerome in H-Town. Jerome, brother, what's up? How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Ron Van Smack, King of Smack, Hall of Famer? Love to be on every time. I just wanted to get in on this car nap nation thing. It's been going on for a while, and I used to giggle at it and kind of, not pay too much attention to it. But as I've got older, about the last year and a half, I'm in my mid-60s. And I'm going to tell you what, with the weather we've been having down here in H-Town with the awesome 60 degrees, sunshine, little breeze going, I've been car napping. I was late for a meeting the other day because I was car nap nation, and it's just amazing. And I got a very comfortable vehicle to car nap in. I just say, hey, it's invigorating, exhilarating, and it is far superior to not taking a car nap like some of you horses' asses that want to laugh at what we do. But I'm going to tell you, last year and a half, I've embraced it, and I love it.
My man,
I'm
I love hearing this.
Love your show,
hold on real quick. So, Jerome, so dial me in. When you go Car Nap Nation, at first you scoffed at it, now you're all about it. How long are these naps that you take, and how often do you do it?
Oh, it's between a half hour and an hour and a half. It just depends. I've spent some good lunch hours napping it out, and ain't nothing like it. You come back refreshed, revigorated, and never knew I'd be there.
Do you, when you go an hour and a half, do you just get in the back seat for that, or can you just nap that thing out up front?
No, I've got a very comfortable Ford F-150 pickup truck, and I can set that thing however I want, and when the weather's right and the temperature's right and the breeze is right, it just can't compare.
My
it's
man.
Better than anything.
I love it, Jerome. Rack him. Jerome, I appreciate you. You can call this show anytime you want, especially when you're saying things like,
rack him.
Yeah, I used to giggle. I used to laugh at y'all when you went Car Nap Nation. I'm not a part of the nation, but I'm not here to dog the nation. I just don't do it. My life's not set up like that. I will admit, a couple weeks back, I came as close to having a car nap as I ever had. I just hit the wall, man. I absolutely hit the wall. And I almost napped it out for about 5 or 8 minutes. He just said, I do it all the time. I said, for how long? He said, a half hour, an hour and a half. If the breeze is right, and then I'm reinvigorated. Jerome, you sound like it, man. You horses' asses just don't know any better. All right, so that's somebody saying I'm kind of new to it. The Car Nap Nation. Anybody else? There's a right way and a wrong way. Good job, Jerome. Rack him. Hey, Rome. I tried a car nap once. It did not go well. Sign the piano pan.
Now John at the bar.
Rome Slice. I used to work with a guy that would nap it out in his car during lunch in the parking lot across the street. I perfected the art of idling up to his car and laying on the horn. I implore the clones to try it sometime. It's almost as funny as honking in somebody's backswing. Gee, off in Lincoln. That's not bad either. Another guy who's not good at emailing with a decent email. I called out to Carnap Nation and said, is there anybody even in Office Nap Nation? I found a lot of car nappers and one guy who naps it out in his office. Let's go to the Bay Area. Ken. Hey, Ken, how are you?
Hey, Romy, a big fan. I like you ever said before Chris Everett.
You go way back, dude.
Way back. So, yeah, Office App Nation really exists. I'm sure I'm not the only one out there that thinks so.
How does that work, man? That's such a big middle finger to the company. How can you pull that off? How do you work that?
You keep the door closed, and usually somewhat during lunch. But it's really helpful. Leads to a lot of productivity.
So what do you do? What do you do, and what kind of office do you work in that you can do that?
I'm a lawyer, so law office.
Oh, there you go. I like that.
So just
are those billable hours? Are you still on the clock? All right, Ken, you got it. No, I appreciate it. Good job, Ken. Thank you. Thanks for having my back, too, for so long. That's an attorney who's doing that. All right, I can see that. Yeah, I'll handle your business. When I wake up, I'll finish negotiating that deal for you when I wake up. I don't think the con man, David Feldman, is napping it out in his nation. Or in his office, I mean. That's an attorney. I expected the guy to go, yeah, I'm kind of a sales rep. Sales reps are all about car nap nation. I would say office nap nation, but if you're a sales rep and you're in the office, there's a sales manager who's in your ass. There's a salesman. I mean, you can't be a sales rep in the office unless you are a telemarketer. We know this. So sales reps are car nap nation. I was curious who in their office can get away with that. An attorney, of course.